Monday's first video for you was firstly Ethiopian PM Abiy an hour ago shared a message and link to a video. He shared his vision of progress. What does he think? What is progress? What is meant by progress? He shared a 23-minute long video link. We'll have a detailed look at the video shared by PM Abiy and his vision of prosperity and progress in Ethiopia. Secondly, EZEMA, a party led by Berhanu Nega, held internal party election as was directed by National Election Board of Ethiopia. Berhanu Nega was being challenged by Andualam, who is a candidate contesting election for president of the party. What happened? Thirdly, Oromo Liberation Army backed news sources today shared some claims that OLA has taken control of some territories in North Shoa zone of Oromia region, and the town which is mentioned, which is being mentioned by these sources, is close to Dera, where there have been heavy clashes between OLA fighters and Amhara militia members right on Amhara-Oromia border. Fourthly, viewers, Amhara diaspora organizations have released statements. The statements are about upcoming talks between Ethiopian government and Tigray regional government. Secondly, the diaspora organizations based in the US and in Europe, they have launched a campaign against foreign remittances being sent to Ethiopia from abroad. There is talk of going to international criminal court as well. A few months ago, Tigray was demanding action against PM Abiy at international criminal court. Now these Amhara diaspora organizations are planning to file cases at International Criminal Court. We'll have a detailed look at the statements, the activities of Amhara diaspora organizations in the US and in Europe. Firstly, viewers, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmad, just an hour ago shared a message and a link to a video. What is the message and what does the video show? The message PM Abiy shared is as follows. Challenges are opportunities for progress if we persevere. Through various difficult moments, we have managed to create and innovate. These mega projects are samples of hard work despite obstacles. They are symbols of a vision for a prosperous Ethiopia. This is the message, and this message has a link as well to a video which you can see on Ethiopian Prime Minister Office YouTube channel. You can see it on a YouTube channel of Ethiopian PM Office. The video shows 12 mega projects built in Addis Ababa by Ethiopian government. Most of these projects were started by PM Abiy's government and have been completed in the last 2 to 3 years. So PM Abiy is showing these projects as symbol of progress, and his vision of progress is mega projects. That if a country is constructing mega projects, it means country is making progress. What are the 12 projects shown in the video? The video shows projects like National Defense Headquarters, a building built in Addis Ababa with millions of US dollars spent. The building is headquarters of Ethiopian National Defense Force. Secondly, Science and Technology Museum. Thirdly, Adwa Museum. Fourthly, Unity Park. Some roads and some parks, some parking sites as well have been shared, a tunnel as well. So Ethiopian PM Abiy believes that these mega projects are symbol of progress and prosperity, and this is the direction in which Ethiopia should move. Now, his vision of progress seems to be restricted to mega projects. But mega projects don't indicate that countries are making progress. What matters is investment in human capital. How many people in Ethiopia have been lifted out of poverty during the last 3 years since PM Abiy came to office? This is the main question. What about literacy rate in Ethiopia? Has it risen or declined since PM Abiy came to office? What about availability of food to far off areas, rural areas of Ethiopia? What about status of educational institutions? Have their number increased or decreased? So, to determine that a country is making progress, you don't show the pictures of mega projects. You share indicators like better living conditions, like improved literacy rate, like people being lifted out of poverty, like access to safe drinking water, access to healthcare, and these types of things. But PM Abiy's vision of prosperity and progress seems to be focused on mega projects. That is why he seems to be spending a lot on Addis Ababa. These projects are in Addis Ababa. And whenever foreigners enter Ethiopia, they land in Addis Ababa. So these foreigners are shown these projects as if these projects are showing the true picture of Ethiopia. A Tigrayan who is dying of hunger in northern Tigray, what importance does Science and Technology Museum have for that Tigrayan? A Somali who is facing drought in the Somali region of Ethiopia, will he be impressed by Abrihot library shown in this video? Tens of thousands have no access to education in Somalia in Somali region after the start of drought. Thousands of children, they have no access to education because schools have been closed in parts of Oromia, in Somali region. In Tigray, we know that situation is dire. So at such a crucial time, I always say government's priorities should be to spend on the people of Ethiopia. Why is that government is leaving people, Ethiopian people, at the mercy of aid organizations who are providing aid, food aid to the people of Ethiopia, and government is spending on projects like libraries, museums, parks, Minilik Palace, and other mega projects. I personally disagree with PM Abiy's vision of prosperity and progress for Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia needs investment on human capital. People should be taken as the asset, the future of Ethiopia. How can their capabilities be improved, be polished? But they are being recruited in groups, forces, militias. A second news story is from Ethiopia again. It's about a political party. Name of the party is EZEMA party, led by Berhanu Nega. The party contested last year's election as opposition party, but the party could not win a large number of seats. But after the election, Berhanu Nega was made a minister, the Minister of Education, I think now. Opposition parties which contested last year's election are part of the government now. EZEMA is part of the government, part of cabinet. Then Nama of the Amhara region is also part of the government. Berhanu Nega's party conducted internal party elections because National Election Board of Ethiopia directed all political parties to hold party elections. Berhanu Nega was being challenged by a candidate, Andualam Arage. It was being said that Andualam was posing serious challenge to Berhanu Nega. Party election was conducted yesterday and Berhanu Nega has been re-elected as party's chairman. I think he was elected through secret ballot. And Johannes McConnell is the deputy chairman of the party elected. So it seems that Berhanu Nega has managed to keep his party united. But Nama is facing the challenge of keeping the party united. Nama could not hold party election. It held party election, but the election was rejected by National Election Board of Ethiopia because it was challenged by some Nama party members. Now there are serious splits in the party, and the party is due to hold internal party elections. Can Bilate Mola be re-elected? That remains to be seen. But Berhanu Nega has managed to retain his chairmanship of EZEMA party. Thirdly, viewers, we have a new story about Oromo Liberation Army armed group operating in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. We have seen several operations against OLA in recent days. At least 2 have been launched in just 2 months, last 2 months. One was launched around 1.5 months ago, and the other was launched a few days ago after Vellaga massacre. But OLA still has its presence in areas close to Oromia Amhara border. 2 days ago, I shared information about fighting between Oromo Liberation Army and Amhara militia members in Dera Voreda of North Shoa zone on Oromia Amhara region was the place where there was heavy fighting, and there were reports about an OLA commander killed there too. OLA denies. Whenever I share information about losses suffered by OLA, people say you are lying. OLA never admits any losses. It never admits killing of any of its fighters, any of its commanders. Now, according to new reports which you have received, Oromo Liberation Army fighters have been seen in North Shoa zone of Oromia region, and reportedly they have taken control of a place close to Dera. There was fighting in Dera, as I said earlier, between Amhara militia members and OLA, and there were some casualties on both sides as well. Close to Dera, OLA has taken control of Gundo Maskali Abute, and Ajare is also here. There are 2 Ajares. One is in, I think, West Sheva zone, and the other is in North Shoa zone. This Ajare in North Shoa zone is the place close to which OLA fighters have taken control of some territories. So, despite a new offensive launched around a week ago, OLA is still there in North Shoa zone of Amhara region, Oromia region, sorry. And here fighting is between Amhara militias and OLA members. It means that Amhara militias have entered Oromia. Dera is part of Oromia, not Amhara. Ajere is part of Oromia, not Amhara. But here, reportedly, fighting is ongoing between OLA and Amhara militia members. Oromo leaders, Oromo politicians, Jawar, OLF, they have been warning against the entry of Amhara militias in Oromia, but it is happening. Oromia regional government is allowing Amhara forces, Amhara militias to enter Oromia Amhara border areas, and in border areas fighting is underway. Where is Oromia regional government? Where are Oromia regional forces? Why can't they protect their borders? Oromia regional force, special force, federal police, ENDF, why can't these forces defend Oromia borders? Why is that Amhara militias, Amhara forces are being allowed to enter Oromia? It could lead to further escalation, as I've been saying in previous videos, that Amharas living in Oromia could be in danger if these militias are not pushed out of Oromia region. But OLA's presence in close to Ajere was confirmed a few hours ago by a source with us. Next news story is about objections raised by Amhara diaspora organizations against upcoming talks between Tigray regional government and Ethiopian federal government. We know that Ethiopian federal government has formed a committee, 7-member committee to start talks with Tigray. Tigray has not formed any committee. Tigray wants restoration of basic services before the start of talks. Tigray is yet to form a committee, negotiating committee. What are Amhara diaspora organizations saying about upcoming talks? Amhara Association of America and Ethiopian Association in Europe, which is led by some Amhara diaspora members, both have rejected the committee formed by Ethiopian government. They say that the committee has PP members only. Most members are Prosperity Party members. And Prosperity Party is not the only stakeholder in this conflict. Civil society, opposition parties, Amhara intellectuals, they should be made part of the negotiating committee too. So they have rejected this committee. They say that PM Abiy's government is not the sole, Prosperity Party is not the sole representative of Amhara region. That is why the organizations are rejecting the committee formed by the government. Secondly, they say PM Abiy's government has lost the mandate because the government is involved in alleged genocide of Amharas. Thirdly, Ethiopian Association in Europe and AAA, Amhara Associations of America, reportedly they have launched campaigns. They are trying to stop foreign remittances to Ethiopia from the EU and the US. Ethiopian Association in Europe is openly calling upon Ethiopians not to send any money to Ethiopian government. The organization say that Amhara movements should be supported. Fano should be supported. But Ethiopian government should not be financially supported by Amhara diaspora community. And these organizations are planning to move to International Criminal Court as well. They want to lodge a complaint against the government that ethnic cleansing, genocide of Amharas is being committed and government is involved. A few months ago, Tigray was demanding action against Ethiopian PM Abiy at International Criminal Court. Now, Amhara diaspora is planning to lodge a complaint against PM Abiy's government at International Criminal Court. And we have seen that at a recent session of Human Rights Council, some NGOs spoke about alleged genocide of Amharas, ethnic cleansing of Amharas in Ethiopia. It means that the advocacy work being done by these organizations is working, and the issue of atrocities against Amharas is being highlighted at international level. I shared a clip showing an NGO speaking at Human Rights Council session about killings of Amhara ethnic group members in Ethiopia. It's very much clear now that Amhara diaspora organizations have turned against Ethiopian PM Abiy's government. They'll do whatever they can to put pressure upon Ethiopian Abiy's government. They are demanding removal of PM Abiy from power. Thanks for watching.